Welcome to another Dental Growth Partners podcast with myself, Leo Valdrop, and Dr. Murray Pratt. And in this episode, we are going to cover the very successful Invisalign Open Day that we just had previous weekend, a few days ago. We're going to cover why we thought it was very successful, and then we're actually going to delve into the actual why it was successful. So, from your point of view, Murray, how did it go?
Yeah, so the day was great success. We kind of had, we were fully booked essentially, so we had to open up an extra day to kind of accommodate the kind of overbooking. It was like a great success in the clinic. So the team really enjoyed sort of hosting all the new patients. There was a mixture of new patients plus existing patients that sort of booked in for it. The whole consultation process, like we'd kind of prepped for it, done rehearsals, and that all went really smoothly on the day. So like that I think really worked. And then we got all the scans taken, the records taken. Give people the appropriate kind of advice, give them their treatment plans, and then we've had like really good uptake. Some on the day, but a lot of people just need a day or two to think about it. So then sort of calling in this week to kind of pay their deposits and go forward with it and apply for finance if need be and all that sort of thing. So I think really successful sort of team result. A lot of people involved because we had me doing the dentistry bit, but then we had reception team welcoming patients. We had TCO sort of doing some paperwork initially, then going for the scanning and the photos with my nurse, and then coming and see me to kind of do the clinical bit, and then back out to kind of get a briefing on the offer, all the bits involved, all the extras on for the offer, like stack as we call it, all the included benefits. Obviously, some cases also a little bit of complexity, so might need other bits of treatment, so they sort of want that added in or kind of get that. So been busy, and then Amanda's been working all week on the phone, sort of taking it, getting the results basically.
There's quite a lot to unpack there, isn't there? So if I take you back from a marketing point of view as well, it was a very successful day. It didn't start the day or the week before, it started 3 months before then. So 90-day, how you build up to that open day, that the focus is that open day. So you run your ads 3 months before, literally from the next day after your last open day, and you build momentum. So people are seeing the ads in the community. You're getting the odd take up anyway. So you're having a general sort of like one a month, whatever it is, uptake of Invisalign who just, right, I just want to start. I've seen the offer. I want to start. Imperative to tell them, so you don't get any comebacks, that if you wait for the offer, you'll get an extra £200 off, or whatever it is you decide to do for your offer, which helps. Some people just go, no, I just want to start straight away, please. So they just want to get their teeth fixed, don't they, type of thing. But you have to offer them and say to them, well, if you wait another month or 5 weeks or 3 weeks, you get it. Because what you don't want is them to come back in 4 weeks' time and go, well, I applied a week before and they're getting an extra 200. So you have to be
Good communication. So I think
good communication with everything. So we started off the ads, and I say you get an influx of Invisalign turning over, wanting to start, and then probably 2 weeks out, you stop the normal Invisalign, like your offer, it might be autumn offer, summer offer, wherever it is, and then you start to double down on your open day offer, which is slightly better than your normal offer. So you're actually you're giving them more. Plus, we added in like 50% off your composite bonding as well. So your offer is really important. That it's always going to be better than your normal offer. Not too much better. You don't want to deter people. And you build that momentum, and your leads come from lots of different areas. So the way we did it, the way sort of stack we had with a event offer, we've done a little printout here so we know exactly what we did. But
do that. So we had like free consultations, free scans, free x-ray, free hygiene visit, free Vivera retainers, free booty whitening, a free cleaning pods, a goodie bag on the day. So that's like kind of just creating that sort of feeling that you're getting some stuff. So there's like travel tooth, like high quality travel toothbrush, all the Invisalign like brochures in there. Other little bits from the practice. Yeah, and then free costed treatment plan, because often people are like considering Invisalign, and that free plan and actually get through to that sort of stage of
Yes.
having your
Yeah.
plan was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was really attractive. Like various people had like little bits that were kind of appealing to them. So it was like,
Yeah.
oh, can I, I need to get my teeth cleaned. It's like, well, actually, that your first one's included in in the offer, and it's just like little bits like this that you can
Little
sort of
extra little bits plus
help out with.
you're sort of aiming at all these goodies, all these £1,500 worth of goodies, but you also get a monetary value of like
Yeah,
an extra £200 off,
yeah,
or
it's
whatever
just
you decide to do with your offer,
yeah,
off of the normal offer which is running all the time. So
yeah,
they feel like they're getting something as well. But it's just, I mean, I was here for the day to look at, I wanted to see the in-depth of how everything worked, and it was like a well-oiled machine. You have to get your staff on board, don't you?
yeah. Key with any sort of anything with the practice is kind of getting really good team members to help you. And yeah, I think the open day for us was like a real sort of showcase of that
Yeah.
team working well together. So everyone, we did like sort of training day or like rehearsal
Yeah.
beforehand with the
Imperative
equipment,
that, I think.
did all that. So we sort of roughly knew the timings, and we knew that what we were sort of booking the patients in for was like a reasonable amount of time to get them through, and no one was kept waiting. Obviously, it was first impression for some people of the practice, so you really want to
Yeah.
be welcoming, like everyone sort of on their best kind
Yeah.
of
There was a little glass of Bucks Fizz or orange juice,
yeah.
kind
So
of, to
yeah,
welcome them in.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we had welcoming drinks, and then yeah, the whole process was just very slick, which I think creates the right impression.
But one thing I will say, you have to adhere to that time limit.
Yeah,
That 30-minute time limit, you can't go off because it just pushes other people out, and you might
yeah,
have a lot of people waiting, and
yeah.
you have to. We had like we had like a steward who would like come into whatever person goes like,
Next one, yeah,
yeah,
move on, yeah.
you have to move on. You
Yeah.
have to be that
Yeah, because
brutal because
sometimes
it's
there's like complex cases, but then you can invite them back. You can don't have to necessarily like a little bit gamesmanship of kind of working out, can I do this all in this time? Or
yeah,
if you're an experienced dentist, you kind of you know what those are, and you sort of then can say, well, this can give you the initial plan, but you're going to need to come back. And so I spent a lot of the week sort of writing sort of further letters or treatment plans to patients, but it doesn't all have to be sort of detailed in that 30 minutes. But you've got your scans, got your records, you've got everything. You kind of know, you can give the initial kind of idea of what's going to be done. But then you've got to spend a bit of time to kind of get back to people and kind of give them the detail.
Something else I found again imperative you must do to fill like we filled. I think it was like over the 2 days. We got that busy. We had to open up another day
Yeah.
to fill the demand for those open days. Is I think it was something like 24 overall. And I think 17 or 18 of them are booked in already, and we've still got the rest of the weekend to go. But it's imperative that you put a monetary value on that time. So when they book in, they pay a £50 refundable deposit, whether they take up the treatments or they don't. They're still going to get that £50 back. So it is a free consultation. But what it does, it gets them in the mindset of like, I'm going to turn up for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn up for that
we had
appointment because it's less lost revenue otherwise.
Yeah. We had one sort of youngster who broke his collarbone playing rugby, but he was the only person who didn't turn up. So that was really important. How he structured the whole presentation was like, to book in, they had to pay a £50 deposit, and then when they spoke to the TCO, it was sort of asked or sort of briefed from the start, if you like, if the consultation goes well, at the end I'm going to either ask you for £50 further deposit to secure the offer for a week, 7 days, or we're going to ask you for the extra to make up to £500 to like commit to the case, and we can submit it to Invisalign. So there's basically, so then
you can get the ball rolling.
So they kind of were told that at the start, then they go through the records and see the dentist, and then when they're coming back out, they kind of know that at the end they're not surprised at the desk. It's like
Exactly. There should be no surprises, should there? So it should have all the team members in their places doing their thing.
Yeah.
So there's no surprises. Slick. That's why it works so well, I think. As well.
And I think, and we then sort of, when we were doing our like review, we kind of, I think the key was really ticking all the marketing boxes, like
100%,
sort of studying it in detail. And like I've done an open day before, and we kind of had maybe 6, 7 people, but it was very like sort of people
Mishmash, wasn't it?
Well, they weren't all looking for the same thing, so and all this sort of thing. So it's like it's quite hectic trying to sort of just it was a mixture of orthodontics. So it was like talking about the difference between different treatments and is it appropriate, isn't it? All this, so it gets very like muddled. What you know?
But also, that's the benefit of using like the AI appointment booker that we use. There's
Yeah.
a knowledge base there, so quite a few of them they were asking questions to the AI, to WhatsApp or whatever, or even speaking to Amanda. It's like they ask him, well, how long will this take, or do I need this, or I've got a crown, or I've got a. And the AI, if you put that knowledge base in, the AI speaks and tells them, so they know what to expect
Yep.
on the open day.
Yeah. So actually, they were all kind of
Yeah, they're honed into Invisalign.
Invisalign was what they wanted and what they kind of majority of them needed. So that was really kind of useful. And I think we kind of had like a list that we wanted to kind of do. There was so we kind of covered the time frame, like sort of I think we got that right.
Yep.
The staff and the sort of internal training was kind of critical.
Yeah, have a test day or a test afternoon
rehearsal,
where you actually run through. It may sound like teaching at suck eggs, but it's like honestly, you will benefit from it. From the person walking through that door to the TCO talking to them, to the scan being done by the head nurse, to actually seeing Murray, and then afterwards the options and the finance as well and all that. It should be like, it shouldn't just, oh, you've got your couple. No. Run through it once at least.
We did it on the Wednesday. Just took like a little break out of the diary, and all the people who are going to be on the open day were all sort of just did it, and just timing the different steps, and then everyone was like, a lot of the anxiety for the team about this is going to be carnage.
Yes. Yeah.
Also kind of diminished. So as the owner and like the dentist, if you can sort of prep your team, and they kind of know they're going to be fine. Like it's stressful for everyone to be put under pressure, but if they know they're not going to be under much pressure because the timing works, then that was like a sort of a good rehearsal.
I would say 30 minutes is the sweet spot, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that was like, but you do need team members then. Like, I would not be able to do it in 30
No,
minutes.
you wouldn't be able to do it on your own. You'd need 45, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
With a nurse. Need 45.
So,
But also something else, sorry to interrupt you, something else which was sold it for me, if I was an Invisalign patient, was that Invisalign kit. That scanner or that before and after that was like, wow.
So we had the
explain it to me a little bit about that.
So that's like the Lumina scanner. So it's the latest Invisalign scanner. So we had that on the day, so they can my nurse can scan the patient. It's much easier than the sort of what the generation before.
Yeah.
And then using the Practice Invisalign app, which is like a recent sort of development, you can actually take all their orthodontic photos on the app, and then that automatically makes them a patient on the what they call the Invisalign software. So then by the time you finish it all their scans, all their photos uploaded, you can also take a video at that stage. And so by the time we've done the sort of in-surgery bit, checking all the teeth, checking it's appropriate, checking all the health bits, then actually Holly was able to show them a video with a simulation with their teeth straightened, and this is just fantastic.
It's unbelievable. Honestly, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. She, like, Holly said, can I look at this? So I only look. It's like this lady, like she's got crooked teeth and all that, and it's like prime example of why Invisalign would work for them. And it's like it's AI moving, and it's like the after of like her with all straight and white and
so you see,
bonding. It's all it's all wow sort of thing. If that doesn't sell it for them, I don't know what will.
Yeah, because obviously we're talking as dentists often in lots of jargon, abstract stuff like, oh, we're going to fix your bite and this and then, and patients are sort of like grateful for that, etc. But really, a lot of people it's kind of like, well, what's it going to look like? And actually, to be able to show that, rather than sort of have to kind of abstractly be like, here's someone else. Like, really, everyone wants to see what am I going to look like. So that's a real sort of,
and also what we did.
That's a real tool.
Video. That video is we sent that to the patient.
So
they had that because when they go away and they're thinking about it, show their husband, their friend, or something. They go, look at this. They're like, wow, that's just you look $1 million.
And therefore it's worth because there's a lot of effort to do Invisalign, so like they want to know that's going to be worth it, and then obviously the cost element, you're going to spend a lot of money, so want to know you're going to get your result. And I guess from a marketing point of view, like, or just a sort of customer point of view, like the more you can see that and like reduce that anxiety between like I'm taking the step here and I know what I'm going to get, that kind of helps people do what they want to do. But if they're still sort of thinking, is it gonna, isn't it?
And it's a file you can send to them through WhatsApp or SMS, which we or email or whatever it is, and it's like they've got that there. So even if they, I mean, we've got a high percentage signed up on the day or after. Even if they don't sign up, or you get them in and go through consultation or I'm in an in, You can, they had that. Oh, well, yeah, actually, yeah,
Yeah, it's useful so then they've
good marketing.
still got something to take away from the open day. So then
Yeah.
they might come back in a year's time and be like, well, it wasn't right then because I had some other thing going on, but actually I've got time now. I know what I want to get out of
Yeah,
it. So that's a great tool. So that
brilliant
I
tool.
definitely, in terms of the in-house stuff, that would definitely be like highly recommended. Is
Yeah.
kind of use one of the Lumina scanners, and then you can use the Invisalign Pro simulator.
Small view, is it?
That's like that's the one at the
Well,
desk.
yeah,
So that's the thing. It's quite complicated now. You've got like so many different technologies, but we were actually able to use all of them.
yeah,
So we'll get onto that. That's the smile
yeah.
one is like a QR code they can take at the desk, and they can do
Yeah.
their own selfie.
No,
Like,
their own
but that's
selfie,
not the
can't
video.
they?
That's not the video
No,
one.
it's not a video. It's just
But
a selfie before and after.
that's a
Isn't it?
selfie app for the patients,
Yeah.
which is good. We sort of
Yeah, the
promote.
video's the one, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the next like, sort
Next
of
level.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think to go back to like how we promoted it, I think we kind of like did everything on the checklist. So we
Yeah,
sort of,
create a checklist. Like if you, this is the first podcast we've seen, go back and have a look at, because one of them is like the ultimate Invisalign checklist of what you need to do to make it successful. And I
Yep.
think unless you check all those things off and make an effort to do them, the more you do, the more successful your Invisalign Open Day will be.
yeah, I think this time we kind of did it all. So we kind of did emails to the patients.
Yes,
They were successful.
that was you got a percentage of those. It's low hanging fruit. It's to your patients. You send an email using our CRM. We send an email, and if they don't open the email, then it resends it to them 3 days later or 4 days, or whatever it is. People are busy; they skip past, but then it sends it to them with another header. And yeah, we got 25%, 20% of people already.
Yeah.
And also, before the open day, we've got a couple from there who just want to start.
Yeah.
So it's low hanging fruit. It's something you can do, which is an imperative part of the whole ecosystem as well. Anyway.
Yeah, and then we did so as a practice, you probably have like reminder emails, reminder SMSs. So
Yes.
we're able to kind of add on a bit of information about the open day onto those, just so people like again, it's like a small thing, but then they're seeing it, they might click on it. That was part of the similar to the emails. I mean,
Yes, there was, even in the emails, there was we had a link where they could directly book in the time.
yeah,
So in other words, they didn't have to go through a presentation or what they could do within the email. They could go and see the video or go and see the landing page. Another thing we've got to come on to the landing page.
Yeah.
But they could actually go on and go, yeah, look, I'll pay me £50 deposit. I want a time, because it's like, this is for one day only. The way you word it, it's like, this is for one day. This is one day in this 3 months. You'll be able to get this price, get you 50% off your composite bonding, which you can't normally get on the normal deal, all these sort of things. And it's like, they press the link, go straight to it, and they go and book their 8:45 or their 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
yeah,
And Sarah takes the £50 deposit as well. So it bypasses any hold-ups at the front desk, and it's like they're booked in.
Yeah.
They're booked in, which starts off an email thing of like welcome and reminders, and this is all AI, this is all automation.
yeah.
It's just another part of the big ecosystem filling up for open day.
Yeah, and that link to that sort of process or the booking option that was all on the landing page as a call to action, either call the practice or book yourself in.
Yeah.
Because there's different people. Some people want to speak to someone before they book in to ask a question. Other people just basically don't, for busyness or whatever, they don't want to speak to someone. They actually would just prefer clicking,
Well, you've got to think, look,
put themselves in on their phone on the train, or you can't
well, it could be. I think most videos you watch, or people watch most videos or adverts now with silence on them on the train or whatever. That's most things get watched. That's why captions are so important nowadays. But also, you've got to think of it. How many in your area are deaf?
Yeah.
How many people who want? You might have a deaf person who wants it, and they're not going to watch a video. They're not going to, they're going to WhatsApp, or they're going to, come in, or.
It's just also, just providing all the different
All
options
the-
just
well,
means
so many
you make
different
it
options.
easier and easier for anyone to do it. So
That's the thing, making it easy for someone to book in, giving them all the information, whether it be email, website, landing page, video, walk in, scan a QR code.
yeah, well, that was actually one of the ones.
Yeah.
QR code. I was like, you sort of set it up, and I was like, we don't need a QR code, like, because who uses a QR code? But actually, that was
Yeah,
quite
I think Amanda said to
quite
me,
successful.
she watched someone walk past and go, get their phone out, scan it, and go, oh, right, okay.
And that was
Yeah,
just for me. That was kind of also like a bit of doing every single thing
got
on the
every
list,
single
because I
thing
was
on the
like
list.
thinking, because I don't use QR codes that much, so I was like
No, I
thinking,
don't.
well, that's a bit of a waste of time. But then when you go through this whole list and make everything possible,
Percentage points. It's percentages,
somebody,
they all add up
yeah,
to filling that calendar.
yeah,
That open day, if you're not filling it, you're not maximising. It costs a lot to put the open day on, it costs a lot for the advert. If you're not filling that booking up,
yeah,
you're leaving money on the table.
yeah. So all these little points, you think like, yeah, well, we do half of that and we'll be all right. And actually,
Yeah, you need all of it.
it's really not. So yeah, so we did the A board at the front with the QR
Yeah.
code, did the leaflets to the front with the QR
What I
codes.
will say with that is about the A board at the front, you should have an A board for every. I mean, if this on 90 days, so the first A board you put out would be like the summer offer,
Yeah.
whatever it was. And then as soon as you start your adverts or your promotion for the open day, you take that A board off and you put the one for the open day on there.
And the key bit with that is you've got to have someone who's actually on it in terms of,
Yeah.
obviously the practice, you put all this stuff up, and then obviously if it's for an event and then the day afterwards it's up, it looks rubbish because people are going, well,
Yeah,
they left
yeah,
that
not
up.
very professional.
So-
not very,
so-
and also
so then-
on the same note as that, as you're going to say, is that the end of that open day, go and take that A board off and put the new one on for the new quarter.
Exactly. So that kind of was all just making sure you're, like prepped up for the next. Because as soon as you finish one, you've got to be,
You've got to be
ready,
prepped up, ready for the next one.
Start.
You've got the
Yeah.
printing done for that as well. But
Yeah.
something also, you can imagine someone's walking past there to work, this station every day, and they see the offer, I'm thinking about that, and then they see the offer for the open day, and it's like, it's financially better. There's more on this. Like, right, I must make a point of doing this. I must, it's one day, the offer's a lot better. The offer was good before, but it's a lot better now. Right, I'm going to get my phone out. Or we actually had a couple of walk-ins where they stole the ball, walked in and booked it in that way as well.
Yeah, so that's quite powerful again.
Very
sort of
powerful. And you make it, it's an A-board.
It's an A-board, yeah.
QR code.
They're everywhere. But also
people do.
changing it. So obviously
Yes.
down the high street, a lot of people, just the shops keep putting out the same A-board, which
Yes.
is basically the same, like sort of shop name basically. But actually changing it, catches people's eyes. Whereas
does,
if you
yes.
don't change your A-boards,
Yeah.
no one's really
Yeah,
looking
somebody
at it.
just go, that's different. And then they
Yeah.
read it.
Yeah.
Different from the last 3 weeks.
So that in itself,
What's happened there? Or,
that in itself is quite a useful way to use
are
it.
you just using the way people's minds work?
Yeah. And then we had the
And it's,
smart view.
and it's a percentage. So if you get 5 or 10% from that, it's still 5 or 10% you wouldn't have got.
Yeah, which all then adds up to the success really.
Exactly.
We mentioned it, the Smart View app, so that's the patient one, and then that was sort of like displayed in the waiting room.
So that one, you had that all the time out there. That
Yep.
should always be front of house, out there. So
So-
again, it's like people are coming in to have, whatever procedure they're having or whatever. It's like they're waiting, they're sitting there, and it's like, well, let's I'll give that a little go.
Yeah,
Whatever.
they can upload.
Again, back of the toilets.
Yeah, that was a little good one as well.
100%.
So everyone, well, not everyone, but a good majority of patients
Yeah, just
use
sitting there
use
with-
your customer
washing your
bathroom.
hands and you're like,
Yeah, so actually they might sort of, respond to that one, or they're sort of waiting for their appointment, and then they go to the bathroom, see it, they sort of, something to do when they go back to the waiting room, so they sort of click it.
well, also you'll have a little area out the front there where you're always promoting Invisalign with
Yeah.
balloons and
Yeah, so
leaflets and-
we did that, which
which
again,
we never had before.
we didn't have before. That's attracted a lot of interest. So we've put up a vertical banner, a tall sort of stand, and then we've got a little stand table which has got the aligners. So if anyone wants to feel what they feel like, they can pick them up. They can see the cleaning pod. They can see all the bits associated with it. Plus, it's got the offer. It's got the finance. So they can then just basically, it's a whole little table, which if you were interested in Invisalign, you could sort of cover off a number of things you'd be.
While you're waiting for your appointment.
Yeah,
to have your check or
hopefully they're not waiting too long for the appointment, but
Yeah.
if they're waiting exactly, so, or they're just,
they wait for the injection to kick in.
Yeah, yeah.
Come back in. And
So-
Invisalign.
Yeah.
It's another mark. It's
another touch point, yeah.
Another percentage for something.
and often they'll look at that and then they'll ask the receptionist a
Yes.
question about it, because they'll be sitting there with the receptionist and they'll sort of prompt a question, so that works as well.
There's something you just touched on very quickly there, which is imperative as well. Get your finance sorted out as well. So the
Yeah.
finance option, like 0% finance over 12 months, winner.
Very helpful, yeah.
winner, and all the different levels after then. It gives people options.
Yeah,
It gives you TCO or when you actually come to do this, you've got options.
yeah, yeah, because people
Very important.
everyone in life, that can be beneficial. That's like a service that you're providing. So yeah, that we
It,
didn't
it,
have that so extensively in the past, but we've kind of made sure
it
we've
looks
got
very
the
professional as well that you're
full
offering that. Even
full
if the person
package.
doesn't need the finance, it's like, well, because it's like subconsciously like, well, there have to be a decent practice,
Yeah,
good to actually be able to get that finance option anyway.
yeah,
So
yeah. So
it
that's
all adds to the perception of a good business.
yeah, probably something we sort of both mentioned that we should be doing on the next one is we didn't include a referral sort of bonus, which
Definitely.
you sort of said we're sort of missing a trick on that.
Yeah, missed the trick on that one.
Yeah,
A referral bonus, there's the way to do it is if you get a potential patient who wants the Invisalign, you put it on your adverts, you brief your TCO, you brief your front of house like, well, you do know we're running an affiliate, so if you bring a friend or a family member or whatever, you can,
that makes
and
sense.
they sign up for the offer and start the Invisalign treatment. We'll give you an extra £200 or 300 or 100, whatever it is you decide for your business. We'll give you an extra £200, and that will, that's of a benefit to you. You're going to get even more off your
Yeah,
Invisalign treatment.
so essentially it's quite a
Could be quite
quite a
lucrative
big amount
for
of money.
both people.
Yeah, so that I think we're going to include that in the next 90-day
Yeah,
cycle.
we are. We're running it now.
Yeah, and then yeah, we sort of had the paid ads mainly on Meta this time. Had a bit of Google.
Yes, some of Google. I think the meta ads work better for this. They're more targeted. They just work better, I think. And of course, what you do is if you're running Google ads and everything else, you use that budget for that day.
Yeah,
So, everything for the whole 3 months, the weeks before, it's all down to that one day. You've got to maximise that calendar, those slots, those deposits. We started probably a couple of weeks out. You can start about 4 weeks out. We started about 2 weeks out. And literally, with the meta ads and all the other bits, within 3 days, we had to open up another day. We'd filled the whole calendar, the whole slots for that Saturday open day, that we had to open up the Friday
yeah,
to be able to accommodate everyone.
yeah, which is great. I mean, that's
And that's the ads, that's the whole ecosystem of emails, ads, meta ads, Google, landing page, front of desk, able, the back of the toilet,
yeah
all those, it's all percentage points. But meta ads are your first point of call,
for
100%.
for this.
They will give you the most bang for your dollar.
Yeah, and then just another thing to take advantage of is if you do run an event, then Invisalign are quite interested in it. So they'll give you an advantage on you get points for how many cases you do with Invisalign. So they give you like an advantage, like an extra level of points.
Yep.
So if you're like chasing points to kind of maintain a discount code with them, then that's like just a good thing to know about. I think the other things that we kind of did, which I think went well, we pre-qualified all the patients the day before, so
Yes.
the TCO called them all,
Yes,
and, like
you
went
have to
through
do
like
that. You have
a
to
brief
advise them.
kind of just like a brief question. So they did like various things booking in, and then the day before she called them and said like a brief kind of what is it that's your main concern,
Yes.
basically. So like,
Yeah.
was it crooked teeth? Was
Yeah.
it
So the
was it
AI's
something?
done that first of all.
Yeah.
Then we re-qualify them with that.
Yeah,
And what the AI does as well, the way we set it up is they get an SMS or an email saying your appointment's in 24 hours, your appointment's in 1 hour.
Yeah.
It just
so that
makes sure
yeah,
they come.
they're focusing on it.
Yeah.
But that was good because that kind of like also was a chance for the TCO to kind of save some time.
Touch base.
rather than
Looking forward to
start.
seeing you tomorrow.
Exactly,
The TCO meets them at the door.
They were all
It's
kind
a
of
journey. It's a patient journey's got to be really good.
And then we had those reminders. So
Yeah.
so it all came together as like a very
Really good.
successful event.
Very, very successful. But you have to
a lot of
have all
work
the different.
goes into it.
A lot
I
of
think,
work.
Yeah, I think this is kind of for me. Yeah, when I've been involved in like some that have been a bit sort of like DIY essentially, but this was kind of like next level, and it is actually a lot of work.
But it's controlled.
behind-
It's a controlled environment, isn't it?
Yeah, but then you really saw the sort of 5x results, whereas when
Most definitely.
the DIY sort of not, like I say,
Yeah.
I would sort of probably skip the QR code. That seemed like a bit too much work. I do
No, you have to
skip this, skip that.
You have to have the
But yeah, with it all working together, we got like really
90-day
great
thing, all
event.
work together. And what you do now is you rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
So you go for the what we are. You go for the next 90 days, all to that open day, which is 3 months time.
yeah, and I think yeah, no, like really successful.
And the benefit also, which we always say, is that it gives you other, not just the Invisalign, you start getting inquiries about the other stuff.
Yeah, so that's yeah, dentistry is kind of not like I say on the day there was people who some people needed implants, some people had other picked up other dental problems that they had and sort of diagnosed those for them, and yeah, so
Yeah.
there was sort of yeah, it's always a case of you can only work in a healthy mouth. So yeah, so they're got yeah other things, just the nature of what we do, kind of help them out with
Yeah.
sort of helping out with their routine dentistry as well. But then that as a practice, obviously that just generates more activity. So yeah, so it was a great event and like
Brilliant
really
event,
really
really
grateful
successful.
to the team, grateful for everyone who kind of worked so hard on it. Like I say, it's yeah, it was all like all the extras that I think came together for it.
So I hope you took something from this about how you can run a very successful Invisalign Open Day. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button and you'll never miss another one of our videos. And also, if you're a dentist who wants some more information, reach out, put some comments down below, or even reach out and we may be able to help you with your Invisalign Open Day. So until next podcast, we'll see you on that one.